You gotta have the mindset. You gotta have the mindset though.
Yeah.
Okay, fair, but again, I'm not too sure about it quite yet.
Is it a self-image problem or?
I wouldn't say it's a problem, but more like, if I'm gonna like look good, if I'm gonna do a cool workout or something, I'd like to look good for the camera first, at least.
Well, I don't think the looks matter as long as you're busting your ass.
And we help each other out.
Yeah.
I suppose then.
No one looks perfect right now, but the point is to
get to that goal.
Sure, you could say that. I mean, with just calisthenics, I am, training within the hypertrophy range of 10 reps each set. So technically, I'm building muscle, just not in the same way as bodybuilders normally do it.
How many push-ups can you do?
Right now, right now I'm able to maintain about. I'm able to maintain decent 25.
Okay.
Keep in mind though, reps don't really mean much to me if your forms suck.
How's your form, Phil? You keep it consistent?
I
all the way.
I'm not gonna lie. The first few attempts back weren't the greatest, but I was able to improve my form. I was able to not have my shoulders all the way wide or shoulders all the way like this, or completely wide. I was able to train myself back into going at a not a perfect pace, but going at a much more moderate pace.
Your chest the whole time.
Yeah. So
consistently.
So right now, I'm able to do decent a decent 25. Not saying I can do not saying I can do 100 or nothing, but decent 25 is good enough.
You're not really proving it.
Yeah. So
aside from being a freak of nature.
Yeah. Not some
like
Brock Lesnar shit.
The form is most important.
Yeah. But there you go. So, anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into some weekend happenings and some awesome hangovers. Oh boy. So during the show, you may have heard both myself and Air mention the term hangover. It's because I had a half bottle of Proper 12 still sitting in the fridge, and I wanted to finish it. And what better way to finish that bottle than going over to Air's house, also buying some popcorn and whatever, and just literally taking the rest of the half bottle because I didn't want it sitting in my fridge because it just took up too much space. That and the whiskey itself, going down softly. Well, I didn't go down softly. I knocked the hell out of myself, and not realizing that I went home Sunday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. Boy, was that the weirdest and the second I got home, that hangover, guys, was wow.
Well, first of all, we're both lucky that I woke up 4:30ish and woke you up in time. Otherwise, my grandma would have walked into you like, "Who is this?
Who is
man on the couch?"
What's the Filipino word for pig underground? Is there like a
I think it's baboy, or no, I don't know. Pig on the couch. I'm not too sure.
Or baboy to
Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, how interesting. First Proper 12 hangover. Holy crap, dude! That's one of my worst hangovers. The Proper 12, no offense, it's strong, definitely, but the aftertaste is really bitter.
It is.
You do throw up. You just feel the bitterness, that much more.
I'm just lucky I didn't throw up, but I kind of want.
Yeah, good for you.
But I kind of wanted to. I'm lucky I didn't throw up, but I kind of wanted to.
You wanted to throw up.
I wanted to throw up, man. Otherwise,
Yeah, that's the fastest way to get it out. Yeah.
yeah, right. So, and what I made for breakfast, well, considering breakfast was at 11 o'clock in the morning, so don't judge you assholes on the chat.
Ramen.
No, actually, you know what's funny? While I was hungover, I was able to make like an actual decent stack of pancakes.
Oh, what now?
I made a three stack pancakes for part of my hungover.
Dude, that's a perfect hangover food. But it's bread
So
or breaded.
yeah, so three pancakes,
Oh, tree stack.
3-stack pancakes. Gotta flex on those pancakes. You know what I mean? Gotta flex on them. So
The hangover is nothing major.
yeah, right. That hangover was nothing major. Yups. There you go. Oh man. Okay, well, I told my part of the hangover story. What happened after I left?
Honestly, I was half blacked out though. I did throw up. Good thing, because I wanted to get out of my system so I could sleep.
Right.
So throwing up was made it a little better. But before the hangover, actually, it was even more interesting.
Uh-oh.
So what happened?
Did
During our hangout late Saturday night ish before the twilight hours, and Phil decided to mix Coke, whiskey together. And you think it would calm down, the hardness of the liquor, but no, it made it worse. Drank more of it. We kept drinking it. We literally finished the whole bottle of it. So, and it has, the soju effect, where it's like very slow.
Yeah.
So you don't realize until it's too late. So by the end of it, Phil was drunk calling people as usual. I was singing random songs or just yelling shit randomly. And of course, shoutouts to Emery for being the only sober one to drop off Anna that night. Because we fools of ourselves in the backseat. Remember the singing portion?
Yeah. Anna, if you're watching or listening to this, I'm so sorry for going ballistically nuts.
Both of us were, dude. We were just yelling and shit in the car.
So.
So yeah, start to for looking like fool.
Like a fool. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. All right. We are at the. Well, there you go, you guys. Well, if you guys weren't doing anything besides quarantining or whatever, hopefully you guys had a great weekend because we are at the tail end of the show. It is time for the top 5 or the top topics of the week. So, let's wrap this show. Let's wrap this season finale with a good old fashioned top 5 topics. Whew. Does anybody got one?
What did we do last week?
I know we did a top 3 fears, or we did top 3 scariest moments. I think.
Yeah, scariest moments of our life. Yeah.
I guess we could do like a top 5 favorite fight scenes of all time.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Fight scenes.
Did we do this already?
No, I think we did fight styles.
That was fighting styles. I said fight scenes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because remember, I did show a fight scene regarding the fighting style.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah,
it was a couple of podcasts ago where I showed the 8-man scene.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
Okay, you
okay.
want-
Fight scenes.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Top topics. Number 5. All right.
And this is just hand-to-hand combat, right?
Yeah, hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
I think we're all gonna say the same number 1.
I think so.
Maybe.
Why don't you start us off, Nick?
Okay. My number 5 favorite cinematic fight scene of all time would have to be Bloodsport, Bolo Young versus Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Or okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of goofy, but I still enjoyed the fight between the two.
Between Frank Dukes and
what was his name? Shit, I forgot his name in the movie.
Sanji? I don't know.
No, not it was
You just watched it.
Chong Li. It was
Chung Li. Chung Li.
Yeah, that's it. Chong Li.
Chung Li versus Frank Dukes. Man, especially when he has that little pill in it. Chung Li had the little salt pill.
The little salt pill. That dirty little fucker.
He throws him in his eyes, and then you see Frank Dukes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But then after a while, he decided to calm down and actually use his other senses to, catch the hits and throw it right back.
Okay.
But yeah. Also, a little note about that movie. What if besides Jean-Claude Van Damme and that Jackson dude, both of whom really drive the movie alongside Bolo Young. There's one other character that I have a massive crush on.
Is it the lady? Is it that?
Yes, the blonde lady, Leia Aries, who is now known as Leia Kalish. Sadly, she's married.
Well, so are you, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
It's not bad.
Man. Okay.
Okay, number 3, Phil.
Number 5. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one here.
Top 5 or top 3?
Should we go top? Let's go top 5. We'll go. We got time to do the top 5.
Okay, I gotta Google something. I only had 3.
Okay. All right. Coming in at number 5. Number 5. To me was very comedic, but I liked it anyway. It was a fight. It was a fight between Ip Man versus Mike Tyson. It was fucking comedic as hell.
It was.
That's me taking seriously.
But I loved it anyway. I loved it anyway.
Right. Every time I watch that scene, I'm like, dude, Donnie Yen should be dead against Mike Tyson. This is purely plot.
First of all, okay, before anyone gets mad in the comments, okay, I get it. I know that was sugar glass that Mike Tyson was punching into, but that thing looked ferociously intimidating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just glad he didn't bite his ear off.
In fact, any movie role that, in my opinion, any movie role that Mike Tyson is involved in, he's not really playing the character. He's just playing himself.
He's himself. He doesn't know how to act.
Yeah, he's just playing himself.
Man,
just like the video game Punch Out.
Yep.
Okay. Number 5. Again, this is more comedic than taking it seriously. Kung Pao.
Oh, of course. Enter the Chicken.
The scene where he fights the cow.
Yeah,
when he does all Matrix and shit. And, dodges the udder, the milk.
Shit.
Pretty weird.
Okay.
Honestly, that was more of a filler than anything because I can't think of any other scene.
Okay, good filler.
Yeah.
All right,
Dumb
Nick.
movie, dumb scene.
All right, Nick. Drop us that number. The number 4 track.
Okay, number 4 is Jean-Claude Van Damme's second ever movie. If you guys watched it, it was the first kickboxer movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Tong Po. I really like the fight scene of Moy Buran in that movie. Especially, well, I don't know about especially, but it stood out quite a bit for me.
Shit, I don't think I watched that one.
It was Jean-Claude's second movie, right after Bloodsport.
Okay. What were some interesting takeaways from the fight?
Okay. To be fair, this is not one of those serious as hell fight scenes because if I remember correctly, Jean-Claude Van Damme was getting his ass whooped by Tong Po in maybe like the first couple of rounds, I think. And then by the third round, all of a sudden, Tong Po doesn't know how to fight. I'm like, what the hell? Why is Jean-Claude suddenly whooping his ass when he got his ass whooped not even 5 minutes ago? I don't know. It was goofy, but I still liked it. Even though it was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it does sound very goofy.
Okay. Damn. Huh.
Okay, number 4, Phil.
Number 4. I guess you can call it. I guess you can call it goofy, but the ending scene in the very first Never Back Down.
I love that movie.
The street fight parking lot where the actual grand finals of that tournament was happening.
Well, it was more like an unofficial grand finals.
Unofficial grand finals, but as sappy and as cliche that movie was, I gotta hand it for that kind of the amount of legit the strikes, the punches, or the kicks. That I felt that, and then also not a lot, but some of the jiu-jitsu done inside the movie was actually pretty pretty good. And it was like and it had there's not a lot of movie there's not a lot of fight movies that'll have me like hype or just like cheer for the good guy or the bad guy. Never Back Down was one of those movies that was like that had me kind of like that kind of pulls you in and you're hoping that this person actually wins the fight. If that makes any sense. I don't know if you guys ever had one of those feelings where it's like you're cheering for that bad guy or good guy to win, So number 4, the ending scene in Never Back Down, the first one.
Okay.
Okay, Aaron, what you got? Drop the track on number 4. Action.
Number 4, Thanos. No, that was in the ship. That was lame as hell. So there's no way Hulk would have lost that easily. Anyway, isn't fully himself.
He wasn't World War.
Number 4, right?
Yeah, he wasn't World War Hulk.
No, yeah, that'd be a different story. Number 4, I would have because I love Keanu Reeves, but John Wick 3, I believe, when he fought Common's character in the train.
Oh, that shit was fire.
That was pretty cool. When he says, or when he right after he stabs him in the heart, he's like, "Don't worry, it's a professional courtesy or something."
Oh, because he tells him,
keeps it in there.
Yeah, right. Because there's a bleed in your aorta. If you take it out, you bleed and you die. You leave it in and you go to the nearest hospital. Consider this a professional courtesy.
Then he just leaves him there. That's pretty badass.
I was really hoping he would come back in the third.
I know.
The fuck.
I was waiting too. So I mean, give room for the 4th movie.
Right.
So we'll see. We actually didn't physically see him die, so he might be alive.
That's why it's like. So. That's why I was hoping you would come back in the third. So. Damn.
So here's the comment. Hopefully I'll see you in John Wick 4.
Okay. There we go. Okay, Nick, dropping us with that number 3 track there. What you got?
Number 3 for me would have to be Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, versus Batroc, who is actually played by Georges St. Pierre. I was legitimately surprised to find that Georges St. Pierre was playing he was actually playing a comic book villain, and I'm like, the fuck? Okay, this better be good. But yeah, even though it was like in the very first like 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, I think it delivered and warmed up the crowd quite a bit, in my opinion.
Okay. It was a
Whoa.
pleasant surprise for sure.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, now it's starting to come back to me. Holy fuck.
See, that's George St. Pierre, right?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
Crap. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna kind of step up the plate here. Okay. Actually, no. Okay. Number 3. I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this one. I think hang on. What was hold on a second, guys. Okay, come on, Google, come on. Okay. Ip Man 3, the elevator fight scene. That was that fight scene. That fight scene between, that fight style. Gosh, that whole fight going down the elevator, and then Ip Man saving his wife, telling just, or go to the stairs, and while they were just going at it, that was pretty cool. Cinematically wise, I thought that was pretty nuts, especially with the guy in the red. I forget what fight style he was. He was doing. Hold on. Okay, Muay Thai. So that was pretty good. That was actually pretty nuts. So another favorite fight scene. There you go. Number 3, Ip Man 3, the elevator fight scene.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that.
I had to
marathon this weekend.
Yeah, right. I had to do a fact check before. So yes, Ip Man 3. So.
All right, where are we? 3? Number
Yeah,
3?
we are. Yep, track 3.
Track 3. Okay, mine is from Drunken Master 2. Jackie Chan, of course, in his prime.
Oh.
Ken Lo, his character in the film. Not only was it physical, not only was Jackie was a physical specimen in his prime, but portraying a drunk, master, right? So just very unconventional movements and stuff, but at the same time making it look professional. Like only Jackie could do that, and it shows in his prime that he was probably the closest to Bruce Lee you've ever had as a human being.
Which is kind of ironic when you think about that.
Yeah.
He was a stunt double, or not a stunt double, a stunt man in Enter the Dragon, and he got his ass whooped in 1 second.
That definitely humbled him, yeah, for sure. But no, in their primes, I would have loved a fight in a movie.
Oh yeah, me too. I would have paid money to see that on film.
Hell yeah, and throw in Jet Li in there too.
just for extra credit, throw in Jet Li.
Yep. But yeah, Drunken Master 2, Jackie Chan in his prime. Beautiful artistry, poetry in motion.
I would love to learn the drunken fist if I'm ever drunk.
Right.
Yeah,
I know. It's hilarious, but at the same time, holy shit! How is he?
Like how you just like how all that balancing shit. He's like, boom.
He does a mini F5 in the end. Like, holy crap! He's playing wrestling now. Take notes, Brock Lesnar.
I think that's where he took it. I think that's where he took his notes from.
Yeah. Man.
Oh boy.
All right, number 2.
Number 2,
Okay.
Nick.
Number 2 for me would have to be the final fight scene in Ip Man 1. I know a lot of people will pick the Ip Man versus 10 black belts, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but if I really want to put up an emotional, or I guess like a sort of emotional fight where it's a little bit personal. I mean, well, yes, the 10 black belts is pretty personal to him, but like the one where he's basically carrying the weight of the Chinese people on his shoulders,
Yeah.
it would have to be Ip Man versus General Miura. basically Wing Chun versus Japanese karate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the final scene of that, or part of that scene, was pretty cool too.
He basically turned him into a wooden dummy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's almost a disrespectful, you know, representation of Japan.
I know it
Showing him
is.
as a wooden dummy.
But considering it's a Chinese film, it really shouldn't
I
be
guess
that
so.
surprising.
Yeah, I give it that. They get a pass.
Hmm.
Okay, Philly.
Number
2.
Number 2? Oh
fight.
man, this was a tough one to choose, honestly. This is a really tough one to choose because I was either going to choose for Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris, Way of the Dragon, or
Classic.
it Ip Man 4 when he goes against the Marine the
racist Marine.
The racist Marine
Atkins.
yeah, him. So it was either gonna be one of those two. It was gonna be one of those two, and I'm kind of stuck between which one. But I'm gonna kind of lean. I'm gonna go lean towards Way of the Dragon, Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. So
All right.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The other choice would have been fan freaking tastic, but man. Chuck Norris without the facial hair and how young he was back then.
You know what's one part that really stood out to me in that fight scene? When Bruce decided to do this.
That I was like, what the fuck? But I
when
give
in doubt, grab the chest hair.
Bruh, that must have that rip though. When you hear that rip, like
You could feel it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like
I don't have chest hair, and I know what that feels like.
I have chest hair because goddamn.
It's like human Brazilian wax right there.
Ow,
Brought to you by Bruce Lee.
man. And I've actually, well, not exactly wax, but I know what that burning sensation feels like.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those. It's a shitty sensation.
It's an ugly feeling. Let's leave it at that.
Fair enough.
It's like that one scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Going on
Don't remind us, please.
the waxing table. Honestly, fucking Bruce Lee just ripping Chuck Norris's chest hair was just like, oh, goddamn.
That's some extra comedy right there.
God damn, that thing is brutal. Okay, there you go. That was my number 2. All right, Air, what you got for that number 2 Dave's Double action?
Number 2, Dave's Double. Okay. The first Matrix.
Oh,
The last fight in the subway. Agent Smith. I thought that was pretty badass.
the
Like, he
original.
wasn't like full on Neo yet, but that's when Morpheus and the others thought like, oh shit, he's the one. You know?
The badassery that came out of it.
After getting his ass kicked earlier in the movie. So he kind of gets his revenge on that scene.
Fair
It's
enough.
just super cool seeing them like getting pummeled into the wall like that in the subway. Like, holy shit, this is pretty badass.
Brad, the amount of
Stunts they did, yeah.
the flying stunts, even when Neo does that fucking backflip off on the track, or not off the track, but on the track, he just does that fucking backflip, like, oh shit.
That's pretty.
And then that last like Ultra Instinct power when he's in the hallway and like he goes through Agent Space body and just like explode.
Yep.
Man, classic.
That's some class cinematography.
Classic shit. All right, going into the number one fight scene. We're here. Number one fight scene.
Okay. My number 1 fight scene of all time has to be, who's ever watched Flashpoint, starring Donnie Yen and Colin Chow?
Yep. That was
Remember
before he
that?
got famous for Ip Man.
Yeah, remember when he fights Colin Chow in like the last 15 minutes of the movie?
I remember that.
Yeah, that fight to me is like every single move that was done, from the punching and the kicking to the grappling. I believe they were all pretty legit stuff. Like
They're both pretty professional athletes.
yeah,
Shit.
and I think all of the moves that were done are pretty authentic in stuff that I would normally see in a UFC fight. Like if I was to name one fight scene that's like very realistic while also looking very cinematic, it would have to be Flashpoint, starring Donnie Yen and Colin Chow. Which, incidentally, I get to imagine Ip Man versus Seraph now.
Holy shit!
Was that the scene where Donnie Yen takes off his jacket at the end?
Mm-hmm.
And then does
Yep.
the sweet chin music kick
Basically,
to
yes.
his chest?
In fact, I'm watching it on YouTube right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh
that's-
shit!
Damn
That's,
good
that's
fight
an
scene.
underrated movie, by the way.
It is underrated. It deserves more attention.
Because when they talk about Donnie, say, "Oh, Ip Man this, Ip Man that," but no, Flashpoint was pretty good in its own right.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, Phil, what's your number one?
Number one. Number one is not an Ip Man movie, but I'm gonna say it because number one comes from Street Fighter: The Assassin Fist, the bout between Goki versus Gotetsu, from student to master, and the second Akuma lands the Raging Demon on him while Gotetsu is trying to Metsu Hadouken him. The second he lands that Raging Demon and does the classic sound effect and the stance, I was so sold with that event. I fucking like jizzed all over the place when you did the sound effect, and the second I saw the heaven tattoo, the emblem popped up on his back, I was like, that was the moment where I told myself, I'm sold. I'm gonna get that tattoo on my back.
And from then on, you were Akuma number one fan.
Yes, and an Akuma main in Street Fighter 5, 4, and all the way to Alpha 3.
Hell yeah!
So
Dope. I gotta watch that scene later.
So okay, there you go. That was my number one. All right,
Okay,
take it home, dude.
I think you guys already saw this coming. When Donnie Yen's character gets revenge for his friend that got shot and destroys 10 Japanese black belts all by himself.
Yep.
While being percent himself, because he was like, he wasn't fed for days, I think, before that, or at least a day.
Right?
So, but no, Ultra Instinct takes over and he just destroys everybody.
Goddamn.
And as a fan yourself, you're like, go Japanese fuckers. Yeah. There hasn't been a time where I was so against Japanese in one scene. Because I have a Japanese girlfriend, but
Damn!
How ironic.
besides the point. I mean, they're Japanese.
They were.
They portrayed them as legit assholes, and they made you hate the movie.
I mean,
Ip Man came back as a hero.
for a time, they actually were legit assholes.
They were. Yeah. Especially during the World Wars.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, they deserved that nuke.
God. That's taking it too deep,
Okay,
man.
that's yeah.
I didn't pull the trigger.
That's a verbal puncture wound right there.
Yeah.
That did not need to be reopened.
Yeah, as long as you don't puncture the wound by saying the H word, then I think we're good.
Okay, I'll leave that to you guys.
Okay. With that being
But yeah,
said,
seeing him destroy 10 black belts was very satisfying.
oh man,
And no mercy too. He broke their legs, I think.
Yeah,
Which is
he basically
insane.
broke their limbs.
The
Oh.
code right there.
dude, he broke so many pressure points on a person's body, which is like hard to count how many pressure points he broke.
I don't.
Like so bad that the person couldn't even move the next like hour or so, or even day at least.
I think he dismantled them for life.
For,
He crippled them for life.
for real, damn, that's hot.
And Mura himself was like, okay, he's real.
Yeah, fuck
Real
that,
Mura.
fuck that guy. Okay, all right. With that being said, there you go, you guys. Thank you for tuning in for the season 5 finale of the Panoramic Podcast right here on Panoramic Gaming. So with that being said, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And do not forget to tune into this Wednesday for Off Tangent with the True Ace himself, and also this Friday with the Sick Nick for Fit Fridays. Well,
I have one more quote.
okay.
One more comment here. The Ip Man
Oh, which one?
video. So there's a comment here that says, I was once in a 10v1 fight. It was hard fought battle and I had to go all out and use all my martial arts skills. But in the end, we managed to beat the guy up.
What?
So it's coming from his perspective against the one guy. Not him against 10 other guys, but him and 10 other guys against one guy. So like, what the fuck?
That sounds like a conundrum.
Literally. But yeah. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
We'll see you guys.
Alright,
See you guys
see
this
y'all.
Wednesday.
Peace.
Might be on Warzone. Shoots.